It's time for you to get up. You will win. It's time for you to reactivate your finances, your health. Are you ready to get your life? Well, this is your moment. Ready to get your life back on track? Get up. What are you doing? It's your time to reactivate.
This is Tammy, host of The Power Up on the We Empowered Network. Join me every Friday at 12 noon as we discuss news, purpose, and perspective.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? And welcome to Reactivate the Moment. It's your boy Marques Ford here, ready to reactivate your life, reactivate your purpose, reactivate who you are inside. And listen, I want everybody to do me a favor. Do me a favor to like, comment, and share this video. Like, comment, and share this video. I'm going double time today. I'm going on Facebook and Instagram. Shout out to my Instagram followers. Make sure you like, comment, and share this video. Let everybody know what goes down right here every Monday night at 8 p.m. where we activate at 8 on Monday nights. Listen, I don't want to prolong the time. I have to get this out. This has been in my spirit all day. It's been in my spirit all day. And I really want to strengthen somebody today. I really want to push somebody today. I really want to take this time to encourage someone today and to remind you that your strength doesn't come from what you can do. It comes from overcoming the things you thought you couldn't. I'm going to say it again. Your strength does not come from what you can do. It comes from overcoming the things that you thought you couldn't. A lot of us don't realize the true strength we have until we are pretty much have our backs against the wall. We don't realize what we can do. We don't realize what we can overcome. We don't realize what it is that we can accomplish until we reach our breaking point, until we reach the time or the moment where it seems like there's nowhere else for us to turn. There's nothing else for us to do. And now we're at the moment where we have to say, you know what, enough is enough. I'm tired of running. I'm tired of hiding. I'm tired of I'm tired of not doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm tired of not being who I'm supposed to be. I'm tired of not living the way I'm supposed to live. I'm tired of not accomplishing the goals that I'm supposed to accomplish. But tonight is the night that I'm going to remind you that your strength does not come from the things that you can do, but it comes from the things you thought that you wouldn't be able to overcome. It comes from overcoming the things that you thought that you couldn't. First of all, let's deal with this. Let's deal with having strength. That it doesn't come from what you can do. First, we have to realize what strength is. Strength is the capacity of an object to withstand great force or pressure. I'm going to say it again. Strength is the capacity of an object to withstand great force or pressure. We have to understand that when we reach our strength, when we reach our full potential of who we are, we have the strength to withstand anything. A lot of times it feels like that we don't. A lot of times it feels like that we don't have the mindset. We don't have our strength. A lot of our strength isn't physical. Sometimes it's our mental capacity that we lack. Sometimes it can be our physical capacity. Sometimes we lose strength in our emotions. Sometimes we lose strength not only in our thinking, but in our process and how we process things. What we have to understand is that when we deep dive into what strength is the capacity of an object. Strength is something that has reached the maximum potential that it can be. Your strength is at the capacity of your strength is what you allow it to be. that we need a certain amount of people. It seems like where we need a group of people, but all you need is one, and that strength relies in you. Because guess what? Your strength is not going to be, you're not going to be able to rely on your strength from other people. You're not going to be able to rely on strength from others, because guess what? When they walk away, you're still standing. You're still there, being who you need to be and dealing with what you need to deal with. So the capacity of your object is your mind, your object is your heart, your object is your emotions, your object is your spirituality. So the capacity, your strength is at the capacity of, and guess what? Your capacity isn't small. The reason why it seems like we get bogged down, the reason why it seems like we get tired sometimes, we get frustrated, we become afraid at certain things, we become fatigued, and we, it's because we have gotten to the point. We have gotten to the point where it seems like we've reached our capacity. But a lot of us, the reason why it seems like we've reached our capacity too soon, why? It's because your capacity level is too small. I need to talk to some people tonight that needs to reactivate what their capacity is. Your capacity is not small. Your capacity is on a greater and bigger scale than what you think. But we are small-minded sometimes. Our human side kicks in, and sometimes we are small-minded people. Sometimes it seems like that it seems like that who we are and where we are is where we're going to end up. No, no, no. That's because your capacity is too small. You need to think bigger. You need to think bolder. You need to think wider and wiser, and stop generalizing yourself. Our problem is we generalize who we are because we want to put ourselves in a box. We want to put ourselves in a specific category because of what we used to do. We want to put ourselves in a specific category because of who we used to be. We want to put ourselves in a specific category because of how somebody viewed us or how somebody described us. But I'm here to remind you tonight that your strength doesn't come from that. Your strength doesn't come from what you can do. It's much more. And here it is. Strength, again, is the capacity of an object to withstand great force or pressure. Haven't you realized that it is now the 22nd of January in 2024? And you are still here. In other words, you made it past and made it through 2023. And now we're here on the 22nd day of the year, and you're still here. Why am I still here? Why am I still breathing? Why am I still standing? Because I was able to withstand pressure and force. I'm here to remind you that the reason why you haven't broken down, the reason why you haven't, your heart hasn't been broken, the reason why your dreams haven't been shattered, the reason why your goals haven't been destroyed, the reason why your potential is still at an all-time high is because you were able to withstand the pressure. You were able to withstand the force. In other words, let me break it down to you like this. In order for a diamond to be made, it has to be forged. First of all, a diamond is forged in a cave. And when you go and reach that cave, the diamond is surrounded by, or is encompassed by coal, hard rock coal. And when you apply pressure to that coal, a diamond is produced. But here it is. In order for the diamond to be produced, a lot of pressure must be applied. In order for a diamond to come forth, a lot of force must be applied. In other words, I can't take a block of coal. I can take a block of coal and do like this and make a diamond. I'm not strong enough. I don't have the capacity to do it. I can't do it. But they have machines and other mechanisms to do it. But what I'm trying to tell you is, when you apply force and pressure to that coal, a diamond is produced. What am I saying? All I'm saying is this: you are a diamond. How do I know you're a diamond? Because you force and pressure was applied on you. How was force and pressure applied on me? Oh, how can I tell you? Because you were able to withstand a sickness. That's how force was applied to you. You thought you lost your job, but God set you up for a better one. That's how force was applied for you. You thought you weren't going to be able to get a house, but God blessed you with the house. That's how force was applied to you. You thought that relationship was the end of you, but you were able to stand 10 toes down and keep pushing and keep walking forward. That's how the force was applied to you. You thought that 2023 was a hell of a year. You thought that you weren't going to be able to make it from January to December. Why? Because you was wreaking havoc was wreaked on your life. A turmoil kept happening. Calamities kept happening. Things kept going awry. Things kept going bad for you. It seemed like that all your good days, all your bad days outweighed your good days. You kept complaining about certain things happening. You kept complaining about certain things not happening. happening. So there was force and pressure applied to your life. But guess what came out on January the 22nd, 2024? A diamond. You're able to now look in the mirror and see yourself in a better light. You're able to look in the mirror and see yourself in a better view because you're able to now look at a diamond. At first, you were looking at a block of coal. At first, you were looking at something that wasn't beautiful. At first you were looking at something that wasn't handsome. At first, you were looking at something that was lumpy and black and was frowned upon. But now, since you were able to withstand that pressure, now since you were able to withstand that force, now you're able to look at a nice sparkly diamond, and people are going to say to you, how did you make it out? How were you able to withstand what you were going through? How were you able to make it out of that hellhole? How were you able to make it out of that frustration? How were you able to make it out of that pressure? How were you able to make it out of that bogged and confused mind? How were you able to make it out of depression? How were you able to make it out of low self-esteem? How were you able to make it out of having of sadness all day long and walking around sad and frowning? How? And you can tell them that you had strength. You had the strength to do it. Why? Because your capacity was so much bigger than your problem. I'll say it like this. I like to use rhyming words. Your capacity was bigger than your calamity. I'll say it like that. Your capacity was bigger than your calamity. I need somebody to put that in the chat right now and say, my capacity is way bigger than my calamity. My capacity is way bigger than what I'm going through. My force was way bigger than the frustration. My heartache was way bigger than the heartbreak. The fatigue that I felt was way bigger than anything that I was dealing with. My future is so much brighter now. Why? Because I was able to withstand pressure. So here it is. Your strength does not come from what you can do. You know what you can do. You know your you know your positive features. You know your positive assets. You know the things that you can accomplish. You know your capabilities. So that's easy. It's easy to have strength over something easy. It's easy to have strength over something rather that you can conquer. When you know you can conquer something, then you know how much strength you have to put forth. Like, you know that you don't have to put as much strength in as you would in one situation compared to another, because you know what it is that you can do. But your strength doesn't come from that. It comes from overcoming the things you thought you could. Your real strength, your true strength, the stuff that you thought that you didn't lie, that you know was lying dormant in your spirit and in your mind and in your body, is the things that you thought you couldn't overcome. There are some things right now that you probably will or won't admit it, but there are some things right now that a lot of us are dealing with that we do not think we can overcome. A lot of us are dealing with certain things that we do not think we can overcome. Why? Because we don't know the full capacity of our strength. We don't know the full capacity of who we are. We don't know the full capacity of what we can do, because we're so focused on our problem, and we're so focused on our situation, and we're so focused on the things that we're going through that we don't even realize that the conqueror is always in us. We don't even realize that the conqueror is always us. We have always been the conqueror. The Bible says that we are more than conquerors. So not only are we a conqueror, but we're more than that. We're more than a conqueror. You're more than what you think you are. But the greatest negativity that we have is that we don't realize who we are until we get into a place where it seems like we have nothing else to do and no one else to rely on. A lot of times we don't realize the capacity that we have. We don't realize the what we can face. We don't realize what we can conquer until we've hit rock bottom. A lot of us don't realize that we are way better than what we are. A lot of us don't realize we are smarter than what we think we are until we get into a place where it seems like there's nowhere left for us to turn. And now we've reached the point where we first relied on our strength. We thought about our strength. We talked about what strength is. Strength is the capacity of an object to withstand great force of pressure. But now let's talk about the overcoming part, because the strength comes from overcoming the things you once thought you couldn't. And here it is. To be an overcomer, to overcome means to succeed in dealing with the problem. So in other words, overcoming equals success. So the strength doesn't come from what we can do. Okay, let's touch that. We already touched that. The strength doesn't come from what we can do, but it comes from overcoming or succeeding in the things you once thought that you couldn't. So the problem that you face, here it is. The problem that we face, the problem that's directly in front of us, the problem that may be coming in the future, we've already won. How have we already won it? How have we already accomplished or conquered something? How in the world, Marcus, how can you tell me? You're sitting here telling me to my face, or I'm sitting here watching the replay of this, and you're telling me that I've already conquered something that I haven't seen yet? Are you telling me I already overcame something that I haven't even approached yet? Are you telling me I already I've already succeeded in something that I haven't even faced yet? Yes. And here's why. It's because you withstood and you were able to endure the force and the pressure that you faced before you. And because you were able to withstand and endure the force that was in front of you, now you have the capability to withstand any type of thing that comes your way. Why? Because you already withstood it before. So this is nothing new to you now. The problem may be new. Yes, the problem is new. The calamity is new. The consequence is new. The things you're dealing with is new. But the ability to withstand it is never new because you already withstood it. That's the thing we have to understand. We've already withstood our problem. Our biggest problem, we withstood it. How? Because we were once a lump of coal. We were once a lump of coal, and now we've gotten to a place where we are a full-blown diamond. And this is the other part of it. When a diamond comes out of that coal, when a diamond comes out of that coal, it's not shine, it's not buff, it's not cut into some type of cut. It is raw diamond. And guess what? A raw diamond is worth more. Here it is. A raw diamond is worth more than any type of princess cut that you see in a jewelry store. That's the beautified version of it. That's the version where you try to perfect it and sell it so it can look good. But a lot of times, here it is. A lot of times people don't know what you've been through because they're looking at you how you're looking now. Now, a lot of us that just came out of a situation and we still look a little rough. But guess what? We're still a diamond though. A diamond looks rough, but guess what? You can't duplicate a diamond. Once you get a diamond, that's it. A diamond is a diamond. You can't compare a diamond to a ruby. You can't compare a diamond to like sapphire, topaz, or amethyst or something like that. A diamond is the top. If the top tier is a diamond is the tip of the iceberg. It is the one. The diamond is the one. That's the one you want to be. You want to be the one. You want to be the one and not the two. You don't want to be topaz. You don't want to be cubic zirconium. You want to be a diamond. You want to be the one where people say, darn, that's the greatest jewel ever made. Because guess what? It withstands the pressure. That's why diamonds are regarded as the greatest jewel, because it withstands pressure to be made. You got to dig for a diamond. You got to, not only once you dig for it, once you find it, you got to figure out, do I want to keep this lump of coal or do I want to throw it away? And that's what a lot of people have done to you. They've thrown you away because they looked at the lump of coal that you were. They threw you to the side. They threw you to the wayside because I don't want nothing to do with him. I don't want nothing to do with her, because they mean nothing to me. Why? Because they're still a lump of coal. They're still hard and they're still black. They're still ugly. They're still not worth anything. But then you say, you know what? I'm going to keep on walking. That's the part we need to talk about. That no matter what we face, no matter what we may go through, no matter what we may experience, we have to keep on walking. I'm here to remind somebody tonight to keep walking. Hold your head up and keep walking, because the more you walk, guess what happens? The more you walk, the more you realize how much you can stand. The more you realize how much you can tolerate. The more you realize how much you can bear. Because you're withstanding pressures that nobody around you was able to endure. Nobody else has been through what you've been through. Nobody else has overcome what you've overcome. Nobody else is going to be able to overcome what you've overcome. Why? Because the pressure that you face, The force that you had to deal with can't even compare to what they've done. But the thing that they don't realize, the thing that we don't realize sometimes, is that we're too focused on what we're dealing with now, that we don't even know and realize the full potential that lies beneath us, or the full potential that is lying dormant inside of us. Remember, we are a lump of coal. We started out as a lump of coal. We don't know that there's a diamond in us until we reach the force, until we withstand the force. In other words, you don't know the full potential that you have until you're able to withstand the one thing that is meant to tear you down. A lot of us have gone through that already. And if you haven't gone through that, I'm going to tell you like the old folks used to tell me, keep on living, because it's coming. If you feel like you haven't gone through, if you haven't gone through the worst of the worst or experienced something bad, keep on living. It's coming. But the thing here tonight is that we're reminded, yeah, I'm going to keep on living. And yeah, I know that it's coming, but guess what? I'm already going to be able to overcome it. Why? Because the strength doesn't come from what you can do. It doesn't come from that. Because when you realize what you can do, then you already know your limit. When you realize what you can do, when you realize what you can accomplish, then you know that that's your limit. You know that that's the peak that you're going to try. You're not going to try hard if you already know that the problem is easy. I'm going to say it again. Some of us are not going to give our best effort because we already know that the problem is easy. In other words, a lot of us that are adults, we're not going to put forth our best effort for a simple addition problem. We know how to add. We know how to subtract. We know how to multiply and divide. But when you get to those problems where you have to use certain algorithms, certain theories and certain equations, then you have to put forth a little more effort. And that's where your true strength lies. Your true strength lies when you know that you have a problem in front of you that is not easily conquered, or you're not able to easily conquer this problem. You're not easily able to conquer what's in front of you. That's when you realize you're at your true strength. But the strength that you have, it doesn't come from what you can do. Your true strength comes from overcoming the things you thought you couldn't. How many of you have had situations where you did not believe you're going to overcome it? How many of you have been in circumstances where you said, man, there's no way I'm going to make it out of this. There's no way I'm going to accomplish this. There's no way I'm going to reach this goal. There's no way I'm going to conquer this. I'm going to conquer what's. There's no way I'm going to be able to do this. I know I have several times. But it took experience, and it took life lessons, and it took me being able to say, you know what? Let me go ahead and tap into my potential, because I've been coasting by too long. I feel you, Dolly. I've been coasting by too long. Tina, I understand. Regina, I understand. I feel you. Felicia, I understand. Listen, I've been coasting by too long. We've been coasting by too long to where we don't even try anymore. We don't even try to reach our full potential. But when we get to that place where we say enough is enough, and I'm tired of dealing with the hurt. I'm tired of dealing with the anger. I'm tired of dealing with the frustration. I'm tired of dealing with the anxiety. I'm tired of dealing with the confusion. I'm tired of dealing with the heartbreak. When we reach that point, that's when you know you're able to overcome it. Because you said to yourself, I can't take this anymore, because I've taken this far too long. I've allowed myself, here we are, I've allowed myself to be in a situation where I'm just coasting. Why are we coasting, Dolly? Because that was our comfort zone. So you're not just coasting, or I'll say this, you're coasting because you're comfortable. But in order for greatness to be achieved, in order for the best version of you to be revealed, in order for that diamond to be formed, in order for that diamond to be revealed, your comfort zone has to be disturbed. Your comfort zone has to be frustrated, and it has to make you frustrated. It has to make you angry sometimes. You have to feel those emotions sometimes in order for the greatness that's within you to be brought up out of you. In order for your potential, your full potential or the full capacity to be brought to reach its peak, to get bigger. Because the strength doesn't come from what you can do. We've done this too long. We've done the easy part too long. I like Dolly said, it's called a shake and a wake for me. That means they shaking you to wake you up. Have you ever been a kid? And I'm gonna real quick. Have you ever been a kid and you didn't, and you were having a bad dream or you wouldn't wake up because you were sleepy, and your parents or your brother, your sister, somebody came and was shaking you to wake you up? That's what it does. That's what the comfort zone does. When it sees you getting too comfortable, or not the comfort zone, but that's what your full potential does. When your full potential sees that you're at the place where you're getting too comfortable, sometimes things have to be shaken up. Things around you have to be shaken up. You have to lose your job. You have to lose a relationship. You have to lose lose out on money. You have to lose out on cars. You have to lose out on potential potential things that could have benefited you. You have to lose out on those things. Because if you don't, guess what? When you don't, you'll never experience what true strength is, or you'll never experience what it means to be an overcomer. You'll never experience what it means to succeed in dealing with the problem, because you weren't able to reach the force, or you weren't able to withstand the force that you're under. It's just like when you go deep sea diving. When you're on the surface, you're all cool. But the deeper you get in the ocean, the more pressure is applied. The more pressure is applied on your body, because your body isn't built to withstand those temperatures. It isn't built to withstand those depths, the depths of that ocean. Those creatures that are in the ocean are built to withstand that. Why? Because they have been down in that place so long that their body has come accustomed to dealing with that. In other words, what I'm saying is, you have been in your comfort zone so long that your body, your mind, your emotion, your spirit have been equipped to be able to stay in that comfort zone, to be able to reside in that comfort zone. But I'm here to let you know and to remind you that it's time for you to step out of that comfort zone and go into a deeper place where you're not able to withstand, and where your body can become comfortable and be able to withstand the pressures that you're about to face. Because guess what? It's easy right now, but there is more coming for you. More attacks are coming your way. More hindrances are coming your way. More pain is coming your way. And in order for you to be able to deal with what's coming, you have to withstand the pressure that's in front of you. And when you're able to withstand the pressure that you're in, when you're able to withstand the force that you're facing, and then your body, your mental, your mind, your emotion, your spirit, your emotions and your spirit, and the way you think, your thought processes, your heart, and you physically, you'll be able to withstand it. Why? Because you are able to, you have dealt with the pressure and the force, and your body has become accustomed to what it feels like. So now when you face your problems, now when you face your calamities, now when you face your frustration, now when you face the things that's in front of you, it's going to be easier to deal with. Why? Because you already been through the pain, because you understood that your true strength does not rely on what you can do, but your true strength only comes from overcoming the things you thought that you couldn't. Dolly said, last year was me stepping out of the comfort zone, doing things with odds against it. I learned how to maneuver through those challenges and welcome them. They pushed me to be greater. That's another thing, y'all. Thank you, Dolly. We have to learn how to maneuver between the challenges. It's like an obstacle course. When you're going through an obstacle course, you don't run straight through the barriers. You don't run through the challenges. You have to weave in and out. You have to learn how to navigate through it. You have to learn how to navigate. It's like you're going through a maze. Remember the maze you used to have when you were a kid, and you thought you had it, but then you reached the wall and you had to double back and go back and find another route. That's the way life is. Life sometimes calls us to find another route and another way through it and another way around. But as long as we keep moving, that's the key. As long as we keep moving, we'll be able to not only withstand what we're going through, but we'll be able to maneuver and navigate ourselves through our situation, navigate ourselves through our circumstances, navigate ourselves through what we're dealing with. Hey, Adrian, how you doing? Navigate ourselves through everything that we're facing. Why? Because we've already withstood the pressure and the force, and the diamond has now been forged. But in order for us to remain the diamond that we are, in order for us to reach that point, that potential, here it is, in order for us to reach that potential to where we become not only just the raw diamond, but we become beautified now, because now we're feeling ourselves a little more. We have to go through some more things. We have to get shined and buffed a little bit and allow life to happen and allow life to show us how to navigate. And once we navigate through that thing, guess what? There's nobody and nothing in the world that can stop you but you. So I'm here to remind you tonight, as I close, to not allow anything or anyone to stop you. And I'm going to reiterate this one more time, that your strength, it doesn't come from what you can do. We know we can do. Our strength doesn't come from that. That's the easy part. But our real strength, it comes from overcoming the things that we thought that we couldn't. A couple key points. We talked about strength. Strength is the capacity of an object to withstand great force and pressure. If you're looking at this video now, you're looking at this live right now, and if those of you that will watch it later, you made it. Why? Because you were able to withstand the force and the pressure. For those of you that thought that you couldn't make it, you already made it, because you were able to withstand the force and the pressure. You withstood it. Not only that, but you were able to overcome. How do I know I was able to overcome? Because overcoming is success in dealing with a problem. You succeeded. You overcame. This is my positive thought for you today. You overcame because you were able to be successful in dealing with your problem. How were you able to be successful in dealing with your problem? Because you were able to withstand the great force and the pressure. And what was the outcome of the great force and the pressure? The beautiful diamond that you are. The top tier jewel that nobody can top, that nobody can touch. Hey, auntie, the top tier jewel, you are the diamond. Nobody can change you. Nobody can peak you. You are it, because you were able to withstand the pressure and the force. Listen, that is my time tonight. I only have 30 minutes. I wish it can be longer. Matter of fact, do this one. If you would like for Reactivate to be longer than what it is, only 30 minutes right now. If you want to go 45 minutes or an hour, do me a favor, drop in the comments. Drop in the comment section that yes, please go longer, or no, I like it the way it is. I like it 30 minutes is cool, or I want to go longer. Let me know, because I want to change some things up this year for 2024. So let me know. Comment, like the live, share the live, comment for me, send me a message on Instagram and on Facebook, and let me know. Let me know what your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts about it. Okay. Do me a favor before we go. I need everybody once again to like, share, and comment on this video. If you already have, thank you so much for doing that. Thank you so much. Also, I need you to subscribe to my YouTube channel at Reactivate the Moment on YouTube. Subscribe. Also, I need you to follow me on Instagram at M423 and at Reactivate the Moment. M423. M as in Marques, FORD23, and at Reactivate the Moment. Also, follow me on Facebook as well at Reactivate the Moment and Marques Ford. I thank you so much for rocking with me tonight. I hope to see you same time, same channel, right here on Reactivate the Moment. Every Monday night at 8, where we reactivate. I need you to join me every Monday night. Tell a friend to join us right here. Every Monday night at 8, with what we do, we reactivate. I thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you next week, same time, same channel. Reactivate the Moment. I love you, and there's absolutely, positively nothing you can do about it. Have a great week, and I'll see you guys next month.